more coming at you today. He got his brown fez on this morning and he's folding it around and he's doing what he do about it, y'all. But nevertheless, really have nothing about it, just that he just had to talk. And he feel like sometimes it's better to talk to the camera than to talk to folks. Because some folks, I don't care what you do, you can't get nothing to their head. The thing is, with our people, the do-right looking people, that transcends skin tone now. Has it been a conspiracy to keep us dumb, to keep us ignorant, to keep us not knowing who we are, and mainly to keep us from recognizing that this government that was created by we the people was created with people, with my people as the head. But see, I had an uncle. He done passed now. God bless his soul, I love him. And he used to work at the old brickyard here, back when they had the brickyard here in the Millville. Some of y'all, the older people, remember the brickyard. And right now, level 3, the club level 3 is down in one of the old train depots. And then the train used to go back there to the brickyard and get the bricks and haul the bricks off. That was back when the railroad system replaced the river system to become the interstate highways. And then around about the 1960s or so, they started building what they call interstate, like I-20, I-10, I-75, and you know, those type of roads like that for interstate commerce. But he used to work at the old brickyard, and some bricks fell on him. So I don't got the particular all the story, you know how it is in the family. Some things, you just don't discuss in the family. But anyway, when them bricks fell on him and hit him in the head, it did to him. Do-right trying to stop smoking, y'all. He really is. He was puffing on them electronic cigarettes, but they done got him so addicted to this nicotine, it's hard to just get off for do-right. Now, some people can take and just say, okay, I ain't smoking no more, ain't buying no more, and do it. Yeah, they say it's mind over matter. Yeah, that's true to a certain extent. But we all got some habit that are hard to break. One of them might question the urge because they smoking cigarettes and smoking a little weed. But then we'll sit down and fry 4 pieces of pork chop and eat them. So all of them got some type of bad habit. All of them do something that somebody else think is wrong and ain't good, it ain't unhealthy or whatever. But anyhow, with my uncle, so them brick hit him in the head, and then he hadn't been right. He was like the dude in the Life movie. He just couldn't get right in his head. In that instance, he became a Hiram Abimelech, because he was hit in the head. It didn't kill him, but then he was carried to the North Country. And they took him west. And they buried him in a shallow grave. At that particular instance, he was a Hiram Abimelech. He had the blueprint how to build Solomon Temple in his head. But when he got hit in the head, he forgot who he was. So he needed somebody with a master grip or a powerful word to wake him up and let him know who he was. And a lot of time, not a lot of time, that's what done happened to all our people. We've been hit in the head. We don't know who we are. So that's why we fuss and fight and play better than one another. Because we don't know no more. Well, we learning. We learning now. We waking up. The sleeping giant is waking up. The lion or the tribe of Judah is waking up. He's beginning to roar a little bit now. The new mode is coming into the temple. And they're taking that old mode of our mind and putting it to the side. Because our people waking up. But do right on this one. He got to give a shout out to a lot of his teachers. The first shout out he want to give is to a brother. He on my Facebook page, y'all. His name Lord Abba. What he call himself? Of the Moorish Sign Temple. I want to thank that brother. I know sometimes, you know, on the line, I don't consider I'm battling my brother. We be discussing stuff. I learned a lot from that brother. That's a brother that some of us need to listen more to. Especially our brothers that's in the Moorish, that's in the Trent Hall Mason. That brother got some powerful information. They're going to take the information you getting over in that, Lord, to another level. You can't keep going to the same school and think you're going to get a different result. Now, another group of brothers I got to give a shout out to is the group of brothers up there in New York. They call themselves Great Millstone. You might learn a lot from these brothers. These some powerful brothers. Although some people been trying to say they're gay or I do right, don't get into it like that. All of us damn something. If we ain't skinny, we're fat. If we ain't pretty, we're ugly. If we ain't tired, we're sick. If we ain't happy, we mad. We wear a whole bunch of titles. All of us. You right care nothing about what two grown people decide to do, two consenting people decide to do with their damn self, their days. But do right trying to build a kingdom, or reestablish the kingdom for the God, regardless about what name you call it. And do right don't know what he's doing. He just foolish enough. He hungry enough. He pissed off enough. He mad enough. And it's just time for a change. But change don't come until the change get down in the heart and it get in the mind of the people. That's when the change comes. Because you can't do past what you believe. I don't care what your denomination is or what you in. But another brother out there, this is a very powerful brother, y'all. Y'all need to listen to this brother. He's a very powerful brother. And he's a great organizer. Because a lot of us want to do a lot of things. We have inspiration to do things. We just don't know really how to go about doing it. That's where working together and not discrediting any information from any source or any school of thought comes into play. We have to start looking at the least common denominator of all these schools. And when you do that, you become like Paul in the Bible. But we put this brother's name on that there. He done changed his name up on the Facebook, but he used to go by the name of our brother Ali Muhammad. That's a very powerful brother. He got a group out there called ISIS. Very powerful brother. Very powerful. You know, and there's another group out there called, I think, Aboriginal Law Firm. Another powerful group of people. And I know sometimes when you search it, sometimes you run across some people and it may look like they'll get one another. But if you don't take sides, one group can't claim they got all the information because nobody know it all. It's a book. Matter of fact, I think the dude that do the Aboriginal Law Firm thing, his name is, that thing they call him Cheyenne, the Liberator. Another powerful brother. Another powerful brother. And it seemed like, you know, that him and Ali Muhammad, you know, they kind of, you know, exchange some words, but them brothers ain't against one another. Both of them brothers tackling our problem with a different solution. And we have to have many solutions and be willing to take many remedies because we're sick-ass people. And not just the dark-skinned people or the melanite people, because all people got some type of melanin. More people. And get out of thinking that all skin folks are kin folks. People don't come in colors of skin tone. People come in clans and tribes and nations. They have different cultures, different statutes that govern them. Right here in this place that we call America, when you go in the court, you probably got 6, 7 different damn rulers that can be given based on the venue or jurisdiction you in. You got feudal law, you got maritime law, you got common law, you got a whole bunch of different laws, but you got one body that governs them all. And so when you don't know which law system you're supposed to be under, you don't know which venue you should be operating in. When you go there, that's why they say that ignorance of the law is no excuse. Do-Right don't know all the law. Do-Right really don't know nothing. He just got a little information, and he run his mouth like he know a whole lot of stuff. That's why Do-Right said, some of y'all out there, a lot of y'all got more information than Do-Right got. Do-Right is a general in the army of the law. By whatever name you call it Allah, that's on you. That's your name. It's one God. Many names. Whether you call it Jesus. But Jesus and Allah both got 5 letters. And there's other brother out there. His name, I don't know if he'll change his name now. You can call Ampu. He like an astrologer. That's all part of the name I remember. Ampu something. I don't have how to spell it. Now Do-Right have to look at his driver's license and spell his name. Because he illiterate. Well, he what they call functional illiterate. Because in their schools, they taught us how to be able to function in their system, but we was illiterate to how they were really running the system. But Do-Right coming up out of that. Do-Right graduated high school where they just pushed him through school. He finished school, probably reading on the 3rd grade level. In that system, in that 3rd grade. But for y'all, but those of y'all who feel it now, Do-Right 21. He done made manhood. That's for those who can feel it. If you can't feel it, then you leave it alone. It ain't for you. But his name Umpu. Very powerful brother. You know, we have to be willing to not discredit anybody's information. So if we over there in the church, we need to stop thinking that over there in the church is where all the information is. Because the Jesus said, because the preacher don't tell y'all this. They don't give you this much. You have 1 or 2 every now and then to put it out there. But most of them, they ain't going to tell y'all about this. But the Jesus said, other sheep or other fold I must bring. Now, I'm going to bust y'all bubble on this because there's a book a lot of black folks scared to tell, but Do-Right done got it and he read it. He ain't got all of it, but he read it about 2 times. He called the Book of the Mormon. The Book of the Mormon tells a story of a group of people called Hebrews that come over here to the States. They call them Jesus Christ and the Latter Day Saints. And I know you go in the Bible, they got a New Testament. You feel it? So, but that book said that in the last days, all of the children of Israel will have each other book. So you look around now. We got brothers that know Islam and know Christianity and know Judaism. And know Egyptology. And know Mormonism. Because y'all better be on the lookout, because we got some brothers over there in the Mormon church, some brothers and sisters in the Mormon church, and they've been to come out, and they've been putting their research in, and they've been to tell you the book is valid. That book is a very valid book. And a lot of things that they do is what we ought to be doing. That's why they try to make the church to be such a negative thing. They try to, make you not like the Mormonism. But Mormon, more man. More man. Mormon. You get out the A, the O, the E, the A, E, I, O, and U, and quit letting them fuck you up with the sometime Y. Is the Y supposed to be the consonant, or is it the vowel? See? Now, one of the things that they were popular doing was living in covens, or covers, and they practice what they call polygamy, which is a very powerful practice. It's very powerful. We still do that. We don't know we're doing it. Because the Bible and the God were going to write his law on the heart of the children of Israel, so they won't need no book. So a lot of things we do is just written into our essence, or it's a part of our nature. Everything got a nature to it. And they have to operate according to the laws of the nature in which it was created. It created under. Just like the sun. The dude had to get out here and get his sun, y'all. Black folk, pigmented people cannot live without the sun. If it go 3-4 days and rain and we can't go outside and the sun don't shine, we be miserable and depressed. We can't live without the sun. But the sun itself got a nature or a group of laws that govern the sun. And as long as the sun stay on course and stay within its nature, it rises and sets every day. gives light to the moon. It raises the plants. It warms the water for the fish. It gives light so we can see. And a lot of us are like that. Not a lot of us, all of us are like that. You can look into a person in a nature. You look in the habit the person got. It's a nature. That's why some people seem like they always do the same thing over and over again. It ain't that they really can do nothing about it. It's their nature. It's the law in which they were created under. But even though everything got a nature, you're going to have some that operate on the positive side of that nature. Then you're going to have some that operate on the negative side of that nature. Then you have those who balance. So they don't get off balance. Because too much of anything is bad for you. You can be too positive and ain't got no negative. That's why in relationships, especially like marriages, when two people stay together, both members are not positive at the same time. Because if they was, they wouldn't have no nature. They wouldn't have no balance. So it'll be a time when the husband is a little more on the negative side and the wife is on the positive side, and they'll create a balance. So everything the wife do is positive, the husband full of questions. He asking the negative question, what if it don't work, baby, Lord, and did that and all, you know. Y'all know how to do it. And vice versa. You have to have a balance, even in our lives, and understand that, like, you take a pendulum and it starts swinging back and forth. Now that pendulum, however high it reaches on the left side, when it swings back around, it's going to reach that same height on the right side. Unless there's another agent in there to slow the progress of it. And that pendulum going to swing back and forth. And so in our lives, we experience that pendulum swinging. The same level or degree of happiness. The same level or degree of excitement. Or the same level or degree of God. Or good. Of satisfaction. That we experience when that pendulum swing back round to the other side. We have that same level of disappointment, depression, sadness, madness. But longer we keep that pendulum swinging back and forth, you create what they call a bell curve. And we stay balanced in our life. But sometime in our life, we'll let the pendulum or agent will come in, a causative agent, because we live in a cause and effect world. And it'll block that pendulum on one side. And we'll stay on one side too long, but we ain't got that swing. There's a song that says, you ain't got a thing if you ain't got that swing. Do-wop, 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 do-wop. But long as your pendulum is swinging, you got balance. You got what you need. And so then in your harem of built stage, in your old mold stage, in your being one of the children of Israel and trapped down in Egypt as a slave, as long as your pendulum swinging, you got balance. So somebody can reach down with the master grip and pull you up. And you can build Solomon Temple because you already got the blueprint. Everything you need, you were born with. So do right. Gonna make this a short and sweet, y'all. And it's time for him to get out of here again. He gonna greet y'all in the greeting words of peace. He gonna say that thing in the Arabic language. I think my daddy finna fry up some of that good bacon. Later.